What is crazy faith? A simple definition of faith is trusting something you cannot explicitly prove. Today, people Google everything and tend to believe the only things they can prove without a doubt. This makes having a faith challenge. So, actually, witnessing people act on faith is increasingly rare. Too often, the facts that we see erode the faith that we need. I'm sure you agree that this world we live in is pretty out of whack. And for things to get right, we need miracles taking place more often. If we really want crazy results, we got to put in a crazy amount of faith, even if it's hard. So, I've got one question for you. How badly do you want it? Merriam-Webster defines crazy as not mentally sound, marked by thought or action that lacks reason. In other words, if something is crazy, it makes zero sense. There's no reasonable explanation why it should be happening. Some synonyms for crazy are insane, impractical, erratic, out of the ordinary, and unusual. You can probably think of someone you know who fit that description, and if you can't, well, then it might be you. I'm kidding, but for real, how many times have you called something crazy because it seems impractical, unusual, or out of your comfort zone? Can you think of someone who has become famous, popular, or respected for doing something the world considered crazy? You're going to want to highlight this. I define crazy faith as having thoughts and actions and lack reason, but trusting fully in what you cannot explicitly prove. It reminds me of this old song that was made popular in 2006 by Gnarls Barkley, singer CeeLo Green, and his producer Danger Mouse, called Crazy. The part that caught my attention at first was the chorus, but when I looked up the lyrics, something about the last verse stuck with me. It says, "My heroes had the heart to lose their lives out on the limb, and all I remember is thinking, I want to be like them." That line always gets me thinking about the heroes we talk about every Sunday in church. The reason we're still talking about them to this day is that somewhere along their journeys, they have faith to live and sometimes lose their lives out on the limb. Even in the face of people who called them crazy, many of these biblical heroes believed in so deeply in what God has called them to do that they became martyrs for the cause of Christ. Yes. Subscribe to your girl for more juicy stories of crazy faith by Michael Todd.